I don't think I've ever seen no one play Enigma. I'm gonna say that right now.
I don't recognize either. Maybe like some one-time mid lane. I don't really
Yeah.
You don't really offer too much on the lane to help your support. So I think Collapse is always gonna be kind of able to just stay on the lane. Farm.
Yeah, and right now Solo is just chasing back the Shadow Demon as best he can. First blood, I've missed that one. Miposhka dropping up top. ZAYAC and no one there.
Quite a peak of a like CS lead here already, 4 minutes in. But ZAYAC is securing a rune, very big thing he's doing here. Actually not. Toronto getting it, we get it.
And now a kill. They disrupt him up. That cookie forward has really undone ZAYAC's efforts. Double damager just being grabbed, refills the bottle, and Snapfire going to be really happy with that. And then they kind of just play in front of the triangle with 4 other heroes, bodyguarding that Drow to farm. And that's why it's so important for them that Mars does get a good time, and they do start disruption into Spear, catching out Ramzes, lifestealer down to half HP. Still a difficult kill for them to finish off. He does pop the open wounds, and he's got Rage to fall back on. So he's fine, while top lane diving under Yatoro's Drow. Finding that beautiful POS1 pick off as the rotation from Toronto Tokyo arrives and cookies into the cogs. And Snapfire trying to battle into Clockwork and Undying, but no one is still sticking around. They've got the Wave of Terror to reduce their armor, but they need some right clicks to actually do anything with it. And now SUMAIL comes in with a shackle shot. That's a great power shot as well. Toronto Tokyo's down, and the focus fire finds Miposhka. Good rotations coming in from 404.
Theory, they could think about defending this, but I think it's gonna be maybe too hard. Actually, no, ZAYAC doesn't have TP, so I am assuming they're gonna give this tower for free. Actually, Ramzes.
Can they kill him? Oh, the damage is enough! That is so nice. Stun into Gust so he can't rage, and then they wait to the last moment to spear him. And
no one is pretty tanky, so going for him is not maybe the best option either.
I see ZAYAC, smoke pops. Miposhka thinking about swapping, just throws the stun, but the tombstone comes. Solo runs forward, and they hook shot Miposhka's Venge, trapping her inside the cogs, trying to break out of that cage. Can't get the job done though, and 404, they're the ones chasing back Yellow Submarine away from the tower. Great little shackle shot there, but the Mars Arena missing the spear. No one's still trapped inside the Colosseum as they do launch Mortimer's Kisses, but the mech and the Infest healing him back up just enough to stay alive. And now Collapse turned on, Cookie back, trying to escape from the grasps here of 404, and they do tap Ramzes down to about half HP. Demonic Purge and Poison Stacks going, but he's got Rage and Armlet to toggle and pop if he needs be, but that's a great power shot snipe. SUMAIL finds him all the way in the back. I think maybe a reason here that SUMAIL did swap from the MKB rush and got the BKB, which is completed now, 16 minutes in. Windranger going to be impervious to pretty much all damage with a good shackle shot. Catching Drow, the hook shot misses, but there's the Midnight Pulse and the Arena throwing in the kisses. They do land it nicely onto Solo, but that's the POS5 Undying, who soul rips back up to half HP, and they found Collapse inside the cogs. Mars down in the chase, deep under this tier 1 tower. Ramzes going rampant onto the Drow Ranger, while Miposhka, they get a stun, but the black hole, it's on the 2 in the back. It's really nicely placed, and they blow them all up. It's going to be a wipe here. Not losing a single soul. 404, just error, find them all.
Alright, that was very weird fight, because there was like 2 things happening at the same time. The problem is that Enigma has a blink now as well, so he can play really far back and doesn't need to sow too much in order for them to catch them on side of Yellow Submarine.
Oh, Drow gets caught. Good swap. Dodging the stun though with the Rage. They've killed off Miposhka, immediately blowing him up. Drow Ranger, oh, body block from the Venge Illusion, stops the hookshot landing, but another good shackle shot, and in comes no one. Non-stop aggression though, just running at Yellow Submarine, making sure that they never have a safe moment to sit back and gather their thought.
There we go again.
Spit forward the Mars, but again it's Solo, right? It's this Undying. He's tanky, he soul rips, Shadow Amulet to go invis, but there's a dire sentry there. But now trouble comes, the black hole from no one. They catch the Grandma and the focus fire. Oh, good E-Blade, actually keeping her alive for a second or two. Maybe she can get out of this one with a swap back. Miposhka saving the day. The chase can't continue now as the BKB from Windranger will allow her some safety. While ZAYAC, shredded by the Drow Ranger, and 404, realizing the error of their ways, do have to run back. Mars wants to keep going for this. Blinks forward, gets a good God's Rebuke, but doesn't land the spear. Was trying to spear backwards, then misses the forward spear as Windranger. Oh, the multi-shot and the spit forward. They're going to catch her. No, not quite, but the God's Rebuke will take her down.
Right, very big plays from Yellow Submarine there, and this is maybe a Roshan as well. Nice E-Blade as well from Yatoro and then the swap. And well, let's see, there's a hookshot from ZAYAC here.
It's too late though, Roshan's dead. Miposhka just tanking up on the front lines against Ramzes, and this E-Blade really paying off. Vengeful Spirit trapped in the pit low. Give a killing spree over to the Lifestealer.
Yeah, so Miposhka gonna die, but they don't really care. They get the Rosh.
Glyph at the last second there. May be able to deny it now. There's Yellow Submarine. Can't actually get the tower kill, but a Gust. Glimmer Cape there to save Ramzes. He's actually running forwards, aggressively maneuvering in towards the Drow Ranger. Tombstones drop. Miposhka being focused inside the cogs as they do Shackle Shot her up, but a disruption to save. And I think Miposhka's going to die anyway. Still trapped here, but a swap back actually puts himself under no one's grasp. And Yatoro turns with a Gust. Still has that Aegis, don't forget, and really battling away, but no one glimmered and healed with the Soul Rip, and the Aegis is gone. Collapses there with a good Arena Spear, and the Mortimer's Kiss is going to land here in onto all of 404. Yatoro, he's got the E-Blade to save him, trying to run away. Disruption again, they're just buying time. More and more time for Yatoro to cookie and haul.
Nice
shackle shot in from SUMAIL, beautifully done. The blink back from so bad, but they've lost the Drow, and it looks like Collapse, he's way too deep. Yeah, you got a DD rune, but that swap back might save you actually. ZAYAC is still being slapped by poison. Miposhka, the dieback from him, and Collapse doesn't find the clockwork in the back. He's jumped into his own demise. 404 coming out on top in that fight. Yellow Submarine using everything they've got, even the Aegis. Dire have scanned it though. They know this is going on, and it is going to be that wraparound play that Yellow Submarine loved so much. But Mars is a million miles away. Mars is showing top lane. Roshan's down to 3,000 HP. They find the clockwork though. Soul Catcher on the right clicks. Holy shit. ZAYAC is dead, but Aegis is claimed, and the Rage with a BKB from the Wind Ranger, allowing them a bit of safety there, but the right click damage from the Drow Ranger, DD, annihilates that Aegis. Now in comes the Mars with a black hole. It arrives from no one. Swap immediately from Miposhka to cancel it out. And now Ramzes' Lifestealer is shredded. Yellow Submarine bring their DPS, and Miposhka finally survives a team fight.
Yes, I think it's like Yellow Submarine can kind of win this fight if they Drow just gets to do Drow things right now, and so far he's been able to do it kind of well.
Just stand your ground and pretend you're a tower.
Yeah.
Oh, they're spitting someone into the trees here.
Oh, nice.
Great connection. Oh, that's beautiful. They get Ramzes up against the side of the Colosseum, and ZAYAC's now being burnt alive. He hook shots into the side again. Glimmer Cape and another hook shot. He overclocks and runs away. They kill off the Lifestealer as well as the Tombstone. And that tier 2 as best he can all across this area, but there is no vision coming here.
Actually, there's a Linkus ready. Yeah, there's a Linkus on Enigma now. That might be the one big item that can change the fight.
Spit forward. They catch Ramzes again. Good hook shot onto the Drow Ranger. So Ramzes can turn and fight. The Lincolns is put up onto him. And in comes no one. The two-man black hole. And there's no swap, no cancel. Nothing to really mitigate this as they catch the Drow, and Yatoro will fall in the midst of it all. And Miposhka, the TP doesn't succeed. A double kill for Solo as Wind Ranger's hunting. Looking for Toronto Tokyo. Oh, can we get the shackle shot in time? They cancel the TP. Grandma gave up on that, trying to maybe cookie and blink away, but I don't know if it's going to work out. The damage is substantial as Solo amping it up with that level 3 Flesh Golem. SUMAIL going for the really nice backstab there as the high ground push comes.
They were able to kind of split the fight, and then no one, like, that's what I said, like, no one gets that good back hole, but it was like ZAYAC doing a lot of, like, work on that as well, keeping kind of the Shadow Demon and the Vengeful out of the fight. It's a bit hard for either team to make this Roshan move. They have to kind of try to just take the fight first, and yeah, you see the smoke coming from 404 now. They're ready now to make this move.
There is a dire ward up here. Now there's a Tombstone up here. Hook shot lands. Great line from ZAYAC, finding the Venge. No buyback there. The Kisses will take out the Clockwork in a 1-for-1 trade. But ZAYAC has a buyback. Enigma's even popped his BKB there, thinking that he could get into battle and initiate. So those kind of moves, you know, going in to try and unsettle your opponents as they get ready, preparing for the Roshan defense, but it's all too little too late. And he's got 5,000 gold saved. This Enigma could have a refresher orb in the next team fight.
Yeah, he could if he wants to go for it. See what he ends up going for.
20k lead for 404 now as well, as the Mars Arena expended to try and catch ZAYAC. He's got Cheese and Ghost Scepter to pop, and he does turn to fight. Also overclocking ready, so he cogs after hookshot, thinking about reinitiating as they do jump forward and shackle shot collapse. Mars swapped back, saved by Miposhka, but there's that secondary hookshot, trapping the Shadow Demon in the cogs, and they've killed off both supports, it looks like. No buyback on Venge. So bad with a blink away, does escape. Really well timed there for the Shadow Demon to actually dip out of danger, but
they're always gonna be able to deal some damage, but then again, like, RAMZES has a lot of armor and a lot of evasion, so not the easiest target to deal with anyway.
He just jumped Abyssal Blades. He popped the Lincolns with open wounds, Abyssal Blades into the hookshot, and now no one. He's there with a Black Hole BKB, and they annihilate Yatoro. Dry Range is down for 2 minutes. Oh, the Mars ulti, yeah, you've got it back up off cooldown, but where's the damage coming from? Collapse, he's made the move, but there's no one to follow up with him. Grandma can't really do too much. She's got Mortimer's Kisses ready, and yeah, shreds through ZAYAC now, but RAMZES is allowed to reinitiate, forcing all of these Yellow Submarine heroes back to the fountain. The Kisses, they do land. In onto SUMAIL, no BKB, but a wind run off to the left-hand side will get her a bit of safety, and the Lincoln's popped as that magic missile looked to connect. Spit forward a creep. Good little stun connection there onto 2, but Miposhka needs the save again from Disruption. Poor little Vengeful Spirit this time does have the buyback, but SUMAIL starts again onto Toronto Tokyo, and the hookshot slides straight on through. Good swap back again, and ZAYAC this time might just be forfeiting his life, but they found Collapse. Oh, the hookshot again, this overclocking, working wonders for ZAYAC as the game looks to be rounded out here with 404 trying to close it out with that final lane of Barracks top lane. And Yellow Submarine holding 1 buyback on the Mars, now expended, but Drow dead for 50. Means even with all of this lockdown and teamfight capabilities, they are lacking damage. Mars Arena, great pick off on SUMAIL. That's a good start now. Yellow Submarine looking to really defend this base with all they've got. Miposhka gets back, and the poison stacking up now. Solo and RAMZES frontlining and trying to battle this melee Barracks, and they get the Undying, but SUMAIL and him both buy back. Returning with boosted travels. And Mega Creeps are coming. RAMZES does lose Aegis, but it's all worthwhile as 404 systematically destroying this dire base.
We're gonna chase here, or maybe not. There's Megas now though.
But Black Hole's ready again with Refresher Orb, BKB, Lincoln Sphere. I think no one's pretty ready to press his buttons. Drow, Shadow Blade, no reveal there for 404. They do know that they're up on the high ground. They pop the Lincolns on Wind Ranger, and now they jump in. No one. His first Black Hole not too good, but he does have that Refresher Orb now. Is up towards the top. The fight kicks off, and they've got the 2-man Black Hole now in onto the Shadow Demon and the Mars. So no team fight ulti. The arena comes out, and no one is sliced apart by Collapse's spear. But the trouble being that the rest of 404 all have to retreat now. Because Yellow Submarine had a couple of buybacks, and Clockwork with Undying and Enigma all dead means Yellow Submarine have actually successfully defended their base.
The damage is gonna be insane if he ever gets to really hit. I wanna see that damage in the next fight if he can use that.
No one's positioning here going to be vital for 404. As is ZAYAC. DD Rune on Wind Ranger going to last another 10 seconds or so, and the fight kicking off. With a jump in, they spit the Mars forward, Arena there, and they do catch Solo, down to half HP, but the Abyssal Blade from RAMZES. He's being shredded though, the lifesteal has nearly fallen. Now the Wind Ranger deciding, do I go forward, do I go back, do I run away? Oh, the base, the throne, they need to glyph it up. Peksu, you're right, they need to come back and defend. Grandma with a multi-shot, okay, they've cleared the wave, but now how does the fight continue? The blink, the jump in, they do catch the Drow Ranger, she's been left alone. E-Blades herself, the Lincoln's popped, but surprise, surprise, RAMZES said, I'm here.
Yeah, it's the problem, like, even though they feel like they're stronger in the fight, you can see RAMZES really having issues in surviving this fight. They can really never leave the base for more than like 20 to 30 seconds. Whenever they leave longer than that, the Blades are gonna be on their base already, so they had to use glyph as well. They don't have glyphs, so this could be just like some kind of
just hit
play for the throne. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Draw has no buyback. They don't know that, but
we expect that. BKB Black Hole's there. They catch the Grandma, but Disruption and the swap cancelling it out. The Refresher Orb, and in we come again. Round 2 for Toronto Tokyo to fall for 2 minutes. Collapse has his arena up, but he's being annihilated within it. Solo and no one chasing forward, and the throne is falling. Game 1 going the way of 404.
Yeah, quite a nice starting game. I would say well played from 404 still. the Yellow Submarine definitely had a chance to win this game again. Pretty close to him on the right side. But right now he's not looking to go for anything yet.
Mid lane 5-2 start for Pugna. I think Pugna used to be used as kind of a direct counter to the... Oh, top lane, no one actually killed off by the Sven. Neposhka looks like he's healthy enough to get back into the tree line.
Yeah, Yellow Submarine again, off to a good laning start again. Kind of two lanes going in their favor a little bit. Spectre is still farming fine, but Slaughter is definitely pre-farming, and Solo might just die again.
Yeah, it looks like it. Gets a frostbite off as his dying breath, and that final tap from Collapse finishes them off again. The only one they're struggling in is that mid lane for Toronto Tokyo, but we know how quickly Invoker can catch up with a good couple of rotations.
Ramzes is gonna die too as well.
Geez, so he is, yeah. And top lane, they're being aggressive onto Neposhka. I thought maybe the Enchantress would be the first one to fall, as they do get the Gale, but they're denied.
Oh, they're denied.
Not a single kill. Okay, they kill the Courier. They have one kill to their name now. Solo does react with ZAYAC down to bottom. Sven has made that move into the triangle now. There's even a bounty rune there ready for him to pick up. Stack up some camps. Make some...
kill, but they might kill SUMAIL for this.
Yeah, you're right. Neposhka gets killed, but SUMAIL gets annihilated. That relocate play is going to come back down bottom lane, and look at where 404 are starting to set up around it. So bad, the IO does get stunned mid-tether. And it looks like the Slardar is going to try his best here to maybe get a crush and a stun onto anyone. They Stormhammer the Doom, and the Haunt comes in. 404 trying to fight this with no one and Solo pressing forward, but Ramzes' Haunt just going to lead to another retreat here.
Yeah.
And he's going to bring a lot of that utility, right? He's got Urn.
Yeah.
Mech is coming out, I believe. Yeah, it's fully done. Delivered to him now. But Crush, initiation from the blink of Collapse, and no one. He's down to half HP. The relocate from So Bad is going to try and maneuver him back into the fountain. Healing up through the Poison Nova, and another TP. This time Solo arriving, trying to walk through the ice wall, and they find the Invoker. SUMAIL annihilates him. Long-range life drain. And So Bad tether back, stopped again. Solo with the quick fingers, frostbiting him up.
Yeah, some big moves here. They're reacting to their moves. The problem is still that the Spectre is farming really slow compared to the Sven. And the Sven's timing is gonna come when he has that Echo Saber BKB finished. Then he's gonna look to fight.
Deep grab onto no one. He's already maxed up. The Tornado EMP catching Solo. And no one, he's kind of stuck there on the high ground. The Frostbite comes, but no one and Solo still trying to battle. The SUMAIL does finish off the Invoker. They'll lose two heroes in the exchange for this one. Crystal Maiden finally to that Impetus hit, but So Bad in the back. Not able to deal with ZAYAC and his aggression, while the God Strength from Yatoro. Looking for any targets he can go on. Limited on mana though. One Stormhammer is all he's got, as he does manage to get some back. A double kill for Collapse. And finally Sven coming out of that jungle. You mentioned the Echo Saber timing, and he uses it very nicely there. Very likely going to be able to, Ghost Walk and clear waves, get a bit of damage onto towers.
So I know when Thompson used to build this item, okay, there's a relocate going on here.
Yeah, they catch SUMAIL. Toronto Tokyo started off, Meteor Hammer landing and getting him the kill as well.
Yeah. So I know when Thompson used to do this Meteor Hammer build with the Invoker.
Let's see how 404 defends that mid-tier 1. Spectre does still have the Haunt. SUMAIL Pugna with Blink Ether Lens, so a lot of initiation range or escape range there for him. No one and ZAYAC make the play onto the IO, but the Ice Wall Tornado and the EMP clearing through Solo as the Haunt. It does arrive, but SUMAIL has to run away. Ramzes can't really fight into this because Yatoro slapping into his Pugna. A nice decrap into the Urn there, and ZAYAC's going to try and sprint back. Collapses, Blink Dagger being cancelled out by the Plague Wards. Can't get on top of the Doom. Maybe he can though. Oh, the jump forward and finds him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, they get some nice kills here. BKB, 10-second BKB used, but there's just gonna be more here though. No one TPing in.
Well, Sven is maybe stuck a little bit in mid lane. Hit by the Gale. Trying to get away, but the jump and the War Stomp, the Doom's there, and Yatoro getting caught out. The life drain sucks him out, and ZAYAC still gets the War Stomp onto the Slardar. Deafening Blast pushes him back, but the Doom is surviving. He's actually sustained through it all. And SUMAIL, this life drain is annihilating them. One by one, they're falling to the little green skeleton man.
Well, That is a nice buyback from ZAYAC and nice setup on save the Sven from the Doom. No relocate, so that is a big buyback from ZAYAC and they are able to actually take that fight and take the Roshan, so...
Sven, still about 1,000 away from Aghanim Scepter. At that point, he should be feeling real strong to go and fight, but they found Slardar. Collapse, drained of his life. No one trying to get the Gale and close the gap. He's popped his sprint, and the Glimmer Cape will buy a bit of space for him, but the Blink War Stomp. ZAYAC, with these reinitiations, really beautifully done. They're trying to heal up Collapse through all the damage over time, and it looks like they've successfully done so. But RAMZES is haunting. They're diving tier 3s. Peksu, they're just going wild into this dire base. Toronto Tokyo's had a BKB, but in comes the Stormhammer. The man to dodge from RAMZES. Gorgeous stuff as Solo's Courier gets sniped all the way through that team fight. But Yellow Submarine have to smoke. They want to go and make a play right now. They know that a decent amount has been expended here by the Radiant. Pugna decreps, has a Blink Dagger to jump away, and Sumail's out of there. There's no way to catch him in a 3-man stomp again. This ZAYAC's Doom making the plays, does get his ulti off there, but the BKB God Strike from Sven still means he's strong and ready to fight. Turns on to RAMZES Spectre. Aegis still in the pockets there, though. And no one going to pop the Essence Ring, gets bashed up by Collapse, but they've got the decrep, the saves, and the freezing field in the back. RAMZES once again returns to the fight. He'll lose his first life, but it's all buying time for this Poison Nova to do damage over time and tickle down the dire heroes as the Spectre comes back. Does get clipped by the Meteor Hammer as Invoker stuns him up, but the Sven's so low, and the rest of 404 just continue giving chase. Toronto Tokyo, he'll die under that Nether Blast and a click from Solo, and Miposhka with Yatoro under this tier 2 tower again. The life drain comes through, and the Pugna looking for this team wipe, but Miposhka does manage to TP home safe and sound, only to witness the rest of his team. The response just isn't coming. They Sunstrike and they're like, ah, he's already dead.
Yeah. Quick, nice play from RAMZES there, taking that really fast with that Manta and that DD. This may be one way that they think that if they have that, they can maybe kill the Spectre. However, the problem is I feel like is even though you have that, you still have a lot of evasion. No one might die now though.
Immediately using that Silver Edge to punish the Venomancer. Doom comes out onto Slardar.
Okay.
Gotta be careful though, this bottom lane we've seen time and time again. This dire team come in, try and take it down. Have the Radiant had a... I guess the Radiant had a repair kit or something, right? Because that tower's definitely healed up. Tornado with the Ice Wall, Solo, and ZAYAC. He pops his BKB to dodge the Stormhammer. Invoker has to use his as well, as he does meet it Deafening Blast, but the Life Drain, keeping Solo alive. They jump with Collapse onto the Pugna. The Sunstrike clears up the Crystal Maiden. And ZAYAC is still going with RAMZES onto Toronto Tokyo. They get the Blink War Stomp once more. The 1-for-1 trade paying off nicely, and Veno does buy back. Close to respawning. Expending that money to force the team fight around this bottom lane area.
Try to catch the Pugna somehow, even though it's really hard with the Blink Dagger. But the problem is that they can't really kill anyone if Pugna is still alive, because he's gonna be saving people with that Detector.
They find a Spectre in mid though, and holy crap! RAMZES destroyed and no one follows him into the grave. Yellow Submarine there with a nice little play surrounding the Spectre, and of course the Silver Edge on Sven. SUMAIL, such a slippery devil. Spell Prism. Dagon level. What do they find him? Blink War Stomp. And the Doom. Dagon Zap and the Life Drain there. Body blocks from ZAYAC, but pushed back by the Deafening Blast. Still going with the Infernal Blade. And Collapse halfway through that duration of Doom, but Invoker's opened himself up, exposed as they pick off Solo. And Collapse Slardar. He's going to survive this Doom, it looks like, and go back in onto ZAYAC. A double kill for your Sven. As the aggression, again, just turned. But as it drags out, you know, we're hitting 40 minutes now. Do you think he starts to run out of steam? Or do you think Corrosive Haze and the IO amping him up and pumping the steroids into Sven is going to keep him relevant in the late game? Oh, and a DD rune as well. Yeah, okay. They jump forward. They find Solo. That'll help out. Stormhammer, long range. Going to actually catch in onto no one. He pops everything. Still has one charge to play with, but doesn't use them. Now Solo's left alone, surrounded by Yellow Submarine heroes. Buyback from the Crystal Maiden as RAMZES looks to continue the fight. Focusing so bad with the Blink War Stomp. They want this IO dead, but a tether away. Dagon, not going to work out there as So-Bad survives. They will catch out Miposhka, though, the sacrifice. Poor little Bambi, but the Haunt arriving. RAMZES with a double kill. Finds So-Bad, who buys back immediately. Sven double damager, and still another 10 seconds on that. RAMZES cheese. He pops it and survives, decrapped up and running back to help out SUMAIL, who needs to decrap to survive from the Slardar, and Sven has reinitiated again. Toronto Tokyo from the low ground, what's he got? Any spells, cold snap, anything? Doesn't look like it, just Alacrity ready now to put onto the Sven to whack into RAMZES. Blade Mail doing a lot of damage back, and now the Manta Style comes, but the Storm Hammer finishes him off. 4 heroes gone.
Alright, some really big plays from Yellow Submarine.
Oh, the Wisp Orbs don't find him. Oh, but the creeps do. The range creep has followed him into the trees. Poor ZAYAC. Down he goes.
This is gonna be probably a rack. They don't have buybacks on SUMAIL or RAMZES either, so this silver is definitely coming into play. Oh, they're even gonna go for Tron.
Tier 4s?
Yeah.
50 seconds with no Spectre. God Strength. Look at this, like 900 damage Sven. Doom does arrive with the ulti onto the Sven. BKB already popped by ZAYAC, and they're going to kill him off. Yatoro is down for 100 seconds. No one is tanking through all of the damage Collapse is bringing. ZAYAC is probably going to fall here, though, as Sobat and Toronto Tokyo turn onto him, and they focus the tier 4s. Collapse is the core now. He's the big carry. Whacking away at buildings with Alacrity and that Meteor Hammer. Repair Kit can only keep it alive for so long. Disarm the Slardar. Quickly move in. They've got 6 seconds for SUMAIL to respawn, and a good freezing field here. Toronto Tokyo cancels it with a cold snap. Lotus Orb on the Invoker and an Ice Wall to slow their retreat. No one. He doesn't have any utility remaining, and the decrep's only going to make him die faster. The Meatball and Deafening Blast make sure he dies. The Throne is still being healed up by the Repair Kit, though. SUMAIL is blasting them away and keeping himself alive with that life drain. They try and smoke back, but the RAMZES Spectre comes back into the battle. Quick tornado, but it doesn't catch him. The Skardy's slow, getting on top of Miposhka, and Chantress.
They just can't do anything to RAMZES when there's no Sven. But that was very close, so getting that thrown. Very, very big try. They get to hold. Yeah, now 404 still get to hold the game. And they are gonna get Roshan most likely, unless Collapse is gonna make some big steal. He can make it in time.
Oh, he's gonna try. Blink Crush. Oh my god! He gets it! Aegis is claimed by Collapse. Buyback from no one, and the Spectre haunts. It's mid lane, they're trying to go for Throne. They relocated in, but the Repair Kit and the backdoor regen kicks in, and Solo, he is sniped out by Yatoro. Silver Edge, but the reveal is there, and they're going to find the Sven here, surely taking him down for 100 seconds. What the hell?
That was a big try, I can see it.
And the thing is, Yellow Submarine didn't get the melee mid. They only got the range. They went straight for the tier 4s and the Throne. So this is going to be advantage 404.
Yep. 404 also has to be careful for that play to happen again.
Well, the pings are coming out on the Throne again, by the way. 404 is like, guys, don't forget. It might be full HP now, but that could change very quickly. They catch Pugna. SUMAIL hit by that decrap, dead, but with buyback.
Yeah. Probably try to push. You still didn't even use Ven ulti, so you can think about pushing here. But yeah, SUMAIL has a buyback, so they can still fight.
Oh, in we go! He gets the Doom off onto the Sven. Oh, they've annihilated him. He's down to half HP, just focusing onto Yatoro, and he's zapped down by the Dagon. He's gone. They can't really bring him back either. Toronto Tokyo's going to get chased down. They've got the reveal, the life drain. He's going to get away with a Ghost Walk and barely survive thanks to the Glimmer Cape. Chase forward though. ZAYAC yet again wanting to continue the fight, get these targets into his grasp. And SUMAIL, he's hunting for Toronto Tokyo, dropping low to that Poison Nova. In the back, Collapse does find the Solo Crystal Maiden. BKB TP away.
Bash.
Nothing to cancel it.
Oh, I got the bash.
Oh, he got the bash. Yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. Abyssal Blade getting the bash onto Collapse, and there's the Aegis popped. Sobad's also come in. He's tried to save his Slardar or something. No one and ZAYAC are focusing down the IO. Ah, the Spectral Haunt now arriving to tether back onto Miposhka. Sobad, he's trying to get out of there, but ZAYAC and no one close the gap and make sure he can't. While Collapse is found by SUMAIL off to the left-hand side. Disabled by that creep wave coming in. IO buys back early. Sven's alive in 7. Slardar might have to spend his. Maybe she sold them to buy Abyssal Blade? And then rebought
might have been. Yeah, it might have been that.
Oh, they see Spectre. RAMZES. Oh, this is so big for Yellow Submarine. Immediately onto the Spectre. Buyback is available. And there's the Doom. Jumping in. ZAYAC has found the initiation. They buy back and haunt. Spectre's in. Sobad dropping low. The IO's about to fall. No buyback on him. Great Radial. Deafening Blast from Toronto Tokyo. But it's the Sven that's in trouble. He's isolated. The Stormhammer's there and he will find ZAYAC. But the Spectre's running rampant through the Yellow Submarine side. He's knocked on the door of the submarine. They've opened it up and they're starting to sink. Miposhka, oh, that's troubling, isn't it? Poor little Bambi found by the Ramzes and Solo as SUMAIL runs forward onto Toronto, Tokyo. Minotaur Horn and that BKB allowing him a little bit of space there to fall back, and triple buybacks coming through from Yellow Submarine.
Yeah, it's probably the best thing you could have. Definitely don't want to give it to Edge. He could be good for the Invoker as well. He would have double Cataclysm if he wanted to try that, but it's okay. We're gonna jump no one here.
Solo, he's going for that aggressive ward play. Miposhka's there, baiting back and forth. Ramzes is ready to jump in. They've got the Doom initiation. Slardar blown up by the life drain of the Dagon. And yeah, you're right, he doesn't have buyback. So now it's a 5 versus 4. Haunting forward, looking for Toronto, Tokyo. Who have they got in the back? It's Miposhka, the Enchantress, as the other 3 remaining members of Yellow Submarine all float back into the Dire base. A 5 versus 3 with the mid lane open. Tier 4s.
I don't see them necessarily killing the Spectre that easily without the... Unless they do some sick play here and they like burst him on this high ground, which could potentially be...
Sven, he's going for the ballsy play. Meteor coming through as no one. He's going to get himself out of there with a quick little decrep back. Ramzes stuck in the ice wall. ZAYAC has initiated, but the Lotus Orb bouncing the stun onto Sven as the IO does heal him up. Good tether and good heals from Sobad, and Sven is able to stand his ground. Hit with the Silver Edge and the Stormhammer again. And Ramzes holding cheese, waiting for that moment to turn around in the fight and keep on zapping this Invoker with the Dagons. Pugna from long range is doing great damage, but Ramzes is struggling to survive. Yatoro, though, is in a difficult position now. He's healed up to full. Ramzes Manta to get away, and SUMAIL are just plinking at these backline heroes, but they've killed off Ramzes. A triple for Yatoro in this 3 versus 5. Yellow Submarine are doing it. Oh, they've got the Pugna now as well. The Lincoln's pop, trying to glimmer and decrep himself out of this one, but it's a rough spot to be in. An ultra kill now for Yatoro. And Yellow Submarine have yet again turned the tides.
They don't have buybacks on 404. This could probably just be a game.
Yeah, it looks like it. Sven's going straight for throne. Game 2 here. A real close fought battle between these two sides. And there's a glyph. SUMAIL and no one. Oh, and no one's got a long walk all the way back in towards the mid lane, but I think the throne's already gone. ZAYAC calls it. GG, well played. Yellow Submarine tie things up here.
GG. Yellow Submarine coming strong. Oh boy, what a game again.
Really definitely. Back and forth. Like, yeah, everything was like timings, Roshan.
You can already see that Pango, for example, he's gonna send more region, and Yatoro is gonna constantly harassing with Miposhka here. Yeah, actually don't have mana. He might die. He might die on... Yeah, I think no one is gonna die here.
He's got a Fairy Fire, but you're right, no Swashbuckle. He's like 40 mana away from it. So First Blood is going to come slowly but surely as they do rip him apart. Yatoro claiming that kill onto no one.
That's a start. The rune control, very important here. Gonna go for the rune.
Io trying bottom. Pugna versus Ember Spirit up top. And it looks like...
Oh, he didn't take the rune. SUMAIL. Oh my god.
Whoa.
Toronto Tokyo didn't take the rune.
Huh.
I guess he thought he was like sitting on it and maybe he didn't click it or something. And he thought the rune spawned bottom.
I mean, I did the same thing. There's a kill on Io there. I was looking top and I thought, oh, they didn't get a rune top, so it must be... I then went to look bottom. There's no rune bottom. Then I started wondering, did someone deny the rune? And then you come out and say they just didn't take it. Toronto Tokyo is now being blasted and he's 1 hit away from death, but the salve is there as Miposhka's rotation will bully SUMAIL back. And there's a Fisher coming. Cancel the salve as Collapse dies to Solo and Ramzes down bottom lane. Wyvern and Spectre killing off a Viper. Now watching for wherever the Ember Spirit transitions into this jungle. They do bring Pugna bottom. Viper has a TP. Yeah, he just immediately says, screw it, I am out of here. But the fish from ZAYAC catches him. So the way out isn't as easy as the Viper once thought. And with Solo arriving there to help ZAYAC secure the kill, they do find that Viper. Now coming for him. Top tier 1. Denied by no one. Look at that. Fake pumps on the Rolling Thunder. Gets the deny on the tower. Very nicely done. They find the Ember Spirit. Chain stun him. Toronto Tokyo doesn't have a remnant. SUMAIL just needs to close the gap here with a decrep and a life drain. He's going to try and go for the blast. And that stun from ZAYAC secures the kill.
That's a big kill for sure for them. Bottom tower, it does look like that Yellow Submarine wants to take, and that is something that they're bringing heroes here. But Zero is ready to take this fight. They have all their spells ready, and ZAYAC might just be able to get a good echo here.
He walks straight in, echoes up onto the Viper. Spectral Horn also arriving, focusing onto the IO in the back as no one rolls into the middle of both of them. The Nether Toxin's doing a decent amount, but so bad and collapse, falling apart. As that reaction, impetus shot, ZAYAC, oh, he survives through it. Now Miposhka trying to go for the TP out, and he stuns. It's the Winter's Curse that they require to stop her in her tracks. 3 kills and defending that tier 1 tower, and it's something that's become a common storyline here in this series. Smoke from 404. They tried to move from bot up to mid. They're going back down to bot, and they see the Enchantress. They jump forward with a couple of stuns and a swashbuckle, and a great amount of damage there. ZAYAC's on a killing spree now.
Yep. They would have probably wanted to get some more out of that kill, but that smoke, but just getting them out of the jungle as well is good enough. Getting some vision on the over there as well.
They find the Ember. That blink echo. ZAYAC's with that initiation. They were considering, hang on, if we lose, you know, we get the Wyvern bottom lane, but the rest of them are not really showing anywhere. They could maybe have gone for that sneaky Roche play. Imagine back to the other game where, you know, DD spawned for that Spectre. In fact, Spectre has a DD bottled. SUMAIL's given the bottle to RAMZES, so haste and DD as they jump in, immediately blowing up the IO on the Enchantress. Lifestealer there getting chased by the Spectre. And just like that, the immediate jump and kill. Viper trying to get back up onto his high ground, but the Pango and the Spectre giving chase. This DD hasted RAMZES Spectre, just relentless in the damage output he's giving, and they've also caught the Ember Spirit. Earthshaker and Pugna trying to keep the catch going, but he's going to make that TP. Successful back to Fountain.
They know there's no Haunt. They know there's no Echo. So going for Roshan is the best option right now.
There is still Winter's Curse
and
Rolling Thunder though, and it's a little bit spooky as they do catch Solo, silence him up. That's the Orchid play you were mentioning, but they've got the decrap and the life drain. Solo's still thinking about this Winter's Curse, throws it onto Lifestealer, but the rest of the Concave and the Dire players all on the right-hand side as that Rolling Thunder bouncing to the Fisher off the ramp and the relocate out. Make sure the Ember survives, but they still connect in onto the Lifestealer with the decrap and the life drain, and Yotoro's gone. Great pick off there, and the buyback from Solo is going to allow them to keep on chasing forward. The relocate has put the IO in a tough spot, tethering across onto the Ember Spirit, who is invis. They don't see him, but they'll focus the IO instead as the Ember comes out of invis to try and catch SUMAIL's Pugna. Now slighting, fisting, jumping with a Remnant, but he's still on the low ground, stuck down there until another Remnant allows him to make the jump, but the Fishers come. And he doesn't have any more Remnants left, the charges are done. He's got an Orchid and a Sleight of Fist in a second, but Toronto Tokyo is being shredded here, and the life drain will secure him. RAMZES claims the kill in the end, as 2 of the big cores of Yellow Submarine are shredded in that attempted Roshan take.
Cool to see how they're fighting these fights. Even like, though this Ember has his Orchid, it just kind of uses at this point, like, and that smoke is good, because if they can go on the backlines now, it's find that IO, or just find that Miposhka.
Yeah, just find the Enchantress. Don't really need to expend too much to kill her, just a couple of short cooldowns. And you still have no one smoked with Solo moving forward, getting some deep wards, trying to cover this dire triangle area. As expected, Radiant want to play down here. Or do they have the Fisher to stop? Collapses TP.
Oh.
And now, RAMZES just going to shred him. Quick little move in from Solo. Make this short work and easy pickings. As I was a little bit worried there. NOONE and SUMAIL were also looking to try and start a fight mid lane. This one ward here is a surprising one because he had one up on the high ground that got dewarded.
Yeah.
So they do still see a little bit into that triangle.
They kind of have an idea at least where they are. Yeah.
Collapse Viper shows. Yeah, they're going on collapse. Straight in with the Rolling Thunder Fisher and the Horn. Blowing up the Viper, and he's dead for 50 seconds. They're coming in towards top lane. What's happening here? The Horn has moved over to the IO. IO and Lifestealer on the opposite side of the map, and SUMAIL godlike now as the Rage TP cancelled out. The Winter's Curse from Solo stops him in his tracks, and in comes the rest of 404. 5 heroes strong, slaying the Lifestealer. 3 kills in a row.
If they want to ever think about fighting, they have to deal with these annoying save heroes that any way of like they want to kill anyone. Solo is gonna be
Solo
oh,
breaks the smoke
and
and kills Miposhka. Great Winter's Curse with the Rolling Thunder. No one's in on top of the Viper. The rest of 404, they're arriving shortly. They've silenced up this Winter Wyvern, but it's not enough to kill her off. Now it's 3 heroes in quick succession as SUMAIL does fall. Toronto Tokyo does get that grab, but Yatoro and Toronto Tokyo in trouble now. They've got ZAYAC chained up with no one. They pop the BKB and the Lotus Orb, and Lifestealer shredded. Ember Spirit has to run the hell away, and Io, who bought back, immediately falls. With Roshan respawning in 10 seconds, it doesn't even matter. GG's called.
Well, this was pretty dominating game from Just Error. I don't have much to say. I think Yellow Submarine had a good plan with the lanes. I think in a way, I like their draft.
Last pick for Yellow Submarine, the Queen of Pain, making a reappearance here. Potentially the last game for Yellow Submarine, as Just Error are a victory away from qualifying through this Epic League close qualifiers.
ZAYAC are gonna be way more happy about laning in this lane. I don't think Io is gonna be able to pressure as much as... Well, if I say that, then they're gonna go on him.
They get the Gale on so bad, and first blood picked up by ZAYAC while
Yatoro
Yatoro's being body blocked. The Gale's still on him, and they've got the Scorched Earth, the crit, the final hit from ZAYAC for a double kill.
You
were absolutely right. Yeah.
So that was the game before, right? So they had Ench, and the thing is that Doom wasn't able to get that creep right, and they weren't able to play like this. They were instantly just level 1 with Ench and Sven. They were able to just kill no one. But now you have a Io, which doesn't really help on killing. Like it gives power, gives his attack speed. Well, RAMZES dies. He gives that attack speed to.
Might trade.
Yeah, he might die. Nah, he has a Fairy Fire.
And a stick, yeah.
But yeah, so he has that attack speed to give, but it doesn't really help you on the lane. And now Yatoro is probably gonna die again.
Jeez. Infernal Blade, all that damage over time and slows, and the Io didn't want to TP back to lane. ZAYAC's gonna get a courier as well.
I don't think I've ever seen this farm Doom at 4 minutes into the game. Like, even in offlane. I mean, sure, maybe sometimes, but very rarely, very rarely. As a 4, I don't think I've seen.
Insanity. And they're keeping the pressure on. They're laying it on thick here. Sven down to half HP, being burnt alive by the Infernal Blade. ZAYAC 5-0. He started his game off with a bang. ZAYAC's Doom still with the Alpha Wolf. He sees Miposhka. Kinetic Field and a level 2 Thunderstrike. That's raindrops popped on Doom, and in comes the Queen of Pain. That's a big streak to take as they glimpse him back into the waiting arms of Toronto Tokyo. But the Haunt arriving means Miposhka's about to fall, and the Gale onto this Queen of Pain with no blink available allows SUMAIL just to shred into her. So yes, they give 400 gold over, but they immediately take some back, and a couple of kills in quick succession. Very nicely done.
Yeah. Kinda all that laning stage that went. Most we can say that the ZAYAC got most out of it, but they didn't lose so much out of it in the end.
Yeah, they try and make a play on Collapse bottom. He'll Ravage just before the Doom hits him. The Haunt from Spectre coming forward, as well as RAMZES really wants to secure this kill. They've expended a decent amount, and they will kill off Collapse, so no Ravage now for a good 2 minutes.
Yep.
Yatoro is going to have that Echo Saber after this is all done. Nothing here for 404 to actually go and do up on the high ground. Looks like Doom's thinking about making a move. Jumps forward. Aggressive blink, but there's the Winter's Curse onto the Sven. Not a lot of damage from the rest of his team until the Lestrak arrives. The Static Storm and Sonic Wave, though, pushing him back as Sven is about to fall. SUMAIL going deep, but the relocate out gets the Sven to safety. SUMAIL's now in trouble as he already spent his Yule Scepter, and the Tidehunter walks back into battle. A trade back there, Miposhka for SUMAIL, but it's looking good for Yellow Submarine. 404 have run out of resources as the Io and Sven returning, looking to battle no one, but there's a Hood and a Mech healing him up decently, but it's a lot of damage though from the Yellow Submarine side as they've got a Stormhammer and Sven backing on top of RAMZES. So bad being focused, but tethers over to the Queen of Pain. And this fight is just all about sustain.
Yeah, they're guiding them really well.
Oh, Dispersion Blade Mail. Is he going to kill anyone? Spectre's trying, but the kiting is so good from the Dire squad that they're just throwing Stormhammers, Anchor Smashes, everything they've got, and RAMZES, he's trying his hardest, but a triple kill for Toronto Tokyo comes out. And 404 going to get glimpsed back on the Winter Wyvern into the waiting arms of the Queen of Pain and Io and Solo. Arctic Burns are only going to get you so far, an ultra kill for your Queen of Pain now, as SUMAIL might be able to steal it back. Split Earth lands, magic damage is good, Queen of Pain can't blink away in time. and SUMAIL ever so barely finds that takedown. As mid lane, Sven is running away from ZAYAC, who tried to respawn and blink on him. Yeah, they're going for it. I was going to say this tanky Tide is always in position, ready to soak up the gank that's coming in, and he might do the same thing now. They go on him with the Doom and the Haunt, again towards Collapse. This time he doesn't get the Ravage off before dying, so when he respawns, he will have that big teamfight ultimate as he manages to move forward through that split earth with the Kraken Shell. They see him. They have a Radiant Obs Ward. They spot the Sven and the IO. And the solo TP. Winter's Curse is coming. The Winter Wyvern in on top of them. So bad splits off to the right. The Sven down to the bottom left. They curse up the IO. Make sure there's no relocate sneakiness. And focus down So bad. While Sven isolated now. And this play deep into the jungle, it doesn't look like it's paid off for them. They've got the Yules to cancel TP. And the Split Earth should be able to... Oh, they're not even going to bother. Just got the raw magic damage for SUMAIL to get a double.
Nice ward. Scouting them, getting a bit. If you think about it, where has both teams been playing? They have been playing kind of defensive, so you should expect defensive wars at this point in the game. It's not like Just Error has been playing that aggressive there. But SUMAIL now though.
He nearly catches Miposhka with that blind stun, actually. And Yules, he tried to dodge the Sonic Wave, but Toronto Tokyo was holding it, waiting for that bait play. Stop, and the Orchid's probably going to pop him there as Leshrac healed and survives through it. And now the turnaround with the Infernal Blade into the Split Earth. They catch Toronto Tokyo, trying to blink away. Southwards he goes, but SUMAIL has the magic damage to follow. Miposhka has made his escape.
He can be on the Sven now, so he will be pretty strong in this next upcoming fight.
Still a good couple of minutes on it though. And like you've been mentioning, Leshrac so good at just moving to top lane, pushing out, moving to bot lane, TPing back in towards mid. Getting ready for this fight as the Poison Nova from no one starts it off. He's already popped Pipe and Mech, and a big Ravage from Collapse onto 4 heroes. Now maybe allows that Sven to get onto some targets. The Static Storm focusing Leshrac with the Queen of Pain's BKB, and Sven's coming in again. Silence Leshrac, forced to sell fuels as Solo's coming forward, but he can't really get the Cold Embrace there. So 3 heroes annihilated as Yellow Submarine coming out strong with an ultra kill on Yatoro Sven.
Yeah. It all goes with that insanely big Ravage from Collapse. Like I said, if the Tide Hunter is there, just barking his hero there, it's really hard to ever kind of pass that hero and go for objectives. Now they might catch them top. They have no...
A great jump top with the Doom and the Winter's Curse. They need to focus the Sven though as they get a sentry down, and the IO will get shredded by the magic damage of Leshrac. They've got a Ravage coming through. It catches 2, but Sven's still being hounded here as SUMAIL was able to disengage and then come back in for a double kill, looking for the triple as Collapse is annihilated. SUMAIL's Leshrac all of a sudden flicking that switch and saying, I'm ready. Nowhere near contesting Roshan, so Aegis and Cheese is going to be in the hands here of Spectre and Leshrac. And that is massive, having a SUMAIL Aegis now and a Cheese on your Spectre.
They have taken 1 tier 1 tower in 31 minutes on Yellow Submarine, so it just shows that they have played very, very defensive. Even more defensive than before. It's
so important. The Aghanim Sven, Stormhammer forward. The jump away from SUMAIL and a Yule Scepter available, but the Cold Embrace keeps him healthy. Now the Doom arrives, but the Gold Strength of the BKB is already up as a Sonic Wave clears through the Aegis. First life gone and the relocate out, not successful. So bad's died. Now he can't buy back and relocate in. A Ravage does connect onto Leshrac with a Static Storm. It's a great team fight for Yellow Submarine. The Cheese from RAMZES, though, allows him to slice down upon Yatoro and Miposhka, finding a third. A triple kill there for your Spectre as Collapse crumbles.
They want to kill Toronto Tokyo here.
He has Ags on Doom as well, so this Infernal Blade is now upgraded. Spectre's coming in. They don't have a great way of locking him down. It's Infernal Blade into War Stomp, and then Queen of Pain's going to blink away here. Unless the bashes and the stuns, oh my god, they've got her! Holy shit!
It's Aghanim, you know, the extra stun duration. So that was just, I can just say, pretty well played from ZAYAC. He like maxed his stuns there, like just used their stuns really well. Cool stuff.
So it's like 1.75 stun duration from Infernal Blade. He got 2 of them. So that's like 3.5. 3 seconds stun duration from War Stun. That's 6 seconds of stun.
Yep. He played on the caster. Oh, okay. No one might die now though.
It's a good Winter's Curse, though, but Kinetic Field holds no one in place. The Cold Embrace as SUMAIL arrives. The BKB is on cooldown for Sven. He's popped his God Strength. Mask of Madness is still available for him as he does slice into that no-one Venno. Io is in trouble, though. Split Earth connects, and now Solo coming back in. The front end of the fight is where the Spectre's battling. Glimpse back away from Miposhka, and a buyback from Io. As the base is now under threat. They're diving in deep, and RAMZES just clearing through Disruptor with some dispersion, spill damage, and ZAYAC. This Infernal Blade is doing great work, but they've got the jump. Cold Embrace again, saving up RAMZES as the Silver Edge from Yatoro. It did good amounts of damage there, breaking through the Spectre, but it's just not worthwhile. He's going in deeper, but the stun gets dodged. SUMAIL yet again jumping away, and Yatoro, he's being shredded. Buyback's available, and he might be forced to use it because this tier 3 is in trouble. They've ravaged, they've caught the Wyvern and the Spectre, but they need to get the damage forward. Toronto Tokyo does TP in. Aggressive move and a blink onto Solo. RAMZES still going. He's wilding. Look at him, onto Collapse. He's breaking through this poor Tidehunter, but a good Glimmer Cape there will allow him to survive, and Finally, they break the back of the Spectre and they defend their freaking base.
Yeah.
Plague Ward's up onto the high ground. As this Venomancer looks to set up for a bit of a bunker here in front of the enemy tier 3. Tidehunter once again frontlining. Man, ZAYAC, just no fear. Jumps in, Infernal Blade, War Stomp. He even pops the dust there, maybe trying to force Sven to throw a Storm Hammer and overcommit for something. But very, very patient from both sides as a Spectral Horn. They're going bottom lane. They are. They found someone down there. Miposhka, dead for 75 seconds. And they know he doesn't have buyback, don't they? So Sven, he's going to make a move mid. They go in with the Io and the Sven with the BKB timing. BKB from ZAYAC. Really well done there. And he's got the Doom onto the Sven as well. So God Strength, the BKB down as ZAYAC blinks forward aggressively. He yules up from SUMAIL. Not opting to go for the Split Earth. And it's a big Ravage. Queen of Pain's come forward with the Sonic Wave still being held. She's got damage to throw in there. But they just don't bring anyone low enough for it to be worth it.
The Doom and the Sven, so he can commit in that fight as well, even though that Ravage was pretty nice. And then there's the Wyvern as well. Nice curse.
Oh, the curse! So big onto Toronto Tokyo. Does have buyback, but the Sven's in trouble. Split Earth lands on him, and he's just been shredded. Dead for 85. Double buybacks on the cores are there for the Dire team, and they're going to have to pop them because Soban's being hunted. The double kill for RAMZES. Now in comes the Stormhammer. SUMAIL, Cold Embrace, and the Sonic Wave. It's just not enough damage. The heals coming through from the Radiant are substantial as a triple for RAMZES will secure yet another kill. Solo will potentially be losing his life, but an Ultra, potentially a Rampage, as RAMZES goes for the finisher. Really clearing out Yellow Submarine and forcing the GG.
Yeah. Rampage for RAMZES. RAMZES is back.
RAMZES is back.
And
so's the king. SUMAIL on these mid lane performances. Pugnail Shrek. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah. King of CIS, I guess, nowadays.